Man, listen up 12s, because something massive is cooking right now at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center that is going to change the whole vibe of this roster. We are talking about legendary predictions from Richard Sherman regarding a certain lockdown corner, a brutal roster battle where some high-priced veterans are looking over their shoulders at these hungry young rookies, and a potential veteran splash in the backfield that could make this ground game absolutely terrifying for the rest of the NFC West. You need to subscribe right now, because this Seahawks news cycle is moving faster than DK Metcalf. Let's go! Devon Witherspoon is the absolute truth, and Richard Sherman knows exactly what he is talking about when it comes to elite defensive back play in the 206. The legendary Legion of Boom founder has officially gone on the record predicting a massive, lucrative contract extension for the young phenom in the future, because the kid is playing at a level that simply demands top-tier compensation. Sherman has been watching this prospect closely, and he sees that dog mentality that defined the greatest era of Seattle football history. It is not just about the highlight hits or the sticky man coverage. It is about the way this kid diagnoses plays before they even happen on the turf at Lumen Field. When a guy like Sherm speaks up about defensive back value, the entire league stops to listen because he understands the business side just as well as the film room. This kid is essentially the heartbeat of Mike Macdonald's new scheme, and seeing a franchise legend, bless him, with this kind of financial prophecy is basically a signal to the front office that they better start balancing the books right now. You don't find guys with this kind of versatility every day. He can slide into the nickel, he can travel with the #1 receiver, and he is a heat-seeking missile in the run game. Richard Sherman believes the performance is already proving that the young star will be rewarded with a deal that resets the market for cornerbacks, because the impact is undeniable. Inside the building, there is a feeling that this kid is the cornerstone of the next great defense we are building out here in the Pacific Northwest. We are talking about a generational talent who doesn't just play the position. He dominates the psychological aspect of the game just like the old school vets used to do back in the day. If you are a fan of physical, smash-mouth Seattle defense, this prediction should have you hyped because it means the experts see a long-term Hall of Fame trajectory for our number 21. The scary part for the rest of the league is that he is only getting started, and his ceiling is literally through the roof. But while one star is rising to secure his bag, the cold reality of the NFL business is starting to settle in for some other familiar faces in the locker room. And what the Seahawks are planning to do next with the roster is where things get really interesting. If you believe Devon Witherspoon is the next legendary corner in Seattle history and deserves every penny of that future bag, smash that like button and comment. Pay the man down below right now. Geno Smith and the rest of the leadership group are watching closely as 3 specific veterans on this Seattle Seahawks roster are now facing the very real threat of being replaced by hungry rookies as training camp battles reach a boiling point. The competition in Renton is getting straight up cutthroat because these new draft picks aren't just here to learn. They are here to take starting jobs away from guys who have been around the block. It is the classic NFL story, but it hits different when you see established names potentially getting the axe, because the young talent is just too good to keep off the field. The front office has made it clear that nobody's spot is safe under the new coaching staff, and if the veterans can't hold off the rookies, we are going to see some shocking cuts before the season opener. The internal competition is fierce, and you can feel the tension in every single drill, because these kids are playing with a chip on their shoulder, like they have everything to prove and nothing to lose. This is exactly how Mike Macdonald wants it. He wants a roster where you have to earn your jersey every single day, or someone younger and cheaper is going to step up and take it. We are seeing some of these veteran stalwarts struggling to keep pace with the sheer speed and athleticism of the incoming class, and it is raising serious concerns about whether the experience is enough to outweigh the raw potential of the new blood. It is a high-stakes game of musical chairs, and when the music stops, 3 guys who thought they were locks for the 53-man roster might find themselves looking for a new home. The coaching staff is looking for consistency and explosive playmaking, and right now the rookies are delivering that in spades during these closed practices. It is a wake-up call for the entire locker room that the old ways of doing things are gone, and only the strongest will survive this transition. But it gets even crazier because while we are talking about losing players, the Seahawks might be on the verge of adding a massive piece to the offense that could change the entire dynamic of the backfield. And this next move is something the casual fans definitely didn't see coming for the upcoming season. Which veteran do you think is most at risk of losing their spot to a rookie this year? Drop your names in the comments. I want to see who you guys are worried about. Kenneth Walker III might be getting a serious running mate because the Seattle Seahawks are reportedly looking at signing an experienced 1,000-yard rusher to solidify this ground attack once and for all. This veteran runner is seen as a massive addition to the group because he brings that steady, reliable production that can take the pressure off the passing game when things get tight in the fourth quarter. We are talking about a guy who has proven he can carry the load and find the end zone in this league, making him the perfect complement to the explosive playstyle we already have in the backfield. Adding a 1,000-yard producer to this offense is a statement move that shows the Seahawks are committed to winning the battle in the trenches and keeping defenses honest. It is not just about having another body. It is about having a veteran presence who understands blitz pickups and can move the chains on third and short when the season is on the line. This move would give the Hawks one of the deepest and most dangerous running back rooms in the entire league, providing a safety net in case of injuries and keeping everyone fresh for a deep playoff run. The front office sees this as a low-risk, high-reward situation where they can bring in a proven commodity to mentor the younger backs while still contributing at a high level on Sundays. Every time this runner touches the ball, he is a threat to break one open. And having that kind of experience in the huddle is invaluable for a young offense trying to find its identity. The fans in Seattle know that a strong run game is the DNA of this franchise, and bringing in a guy with this kind of resume is a throwback to the days when we dominated the line of scrimmage. Inside the building, the excitement is building because they know that a balanced attack is exactly what is needed to compete with the heavy hitters in the NFC. This isn't just a depth move. This is a strategic play to ensure the offense stays on schedule and keeps the defense off the field. But wait until you hear how this all fits into the bigger picture for the Seahawks' future, because the impact of these three moves together is going to be absolutely massive for our championship aspirations this year. When you look at these three developments together, it is clear that the Seattle Seahawks are undergoing a massive philosophical shift under Mike Macdonald. The Devon Witherspoon situation is the most critical for the long-term identity of the team. Having Richard Sherman publicly advocate for his future contract isn't just talk. It puts a spotlight on the fact that this defense is being rebuilt around a singular, elite talent who carries the spirit of the old Legion of Boom. However, the business side is cold. By pressuring veterans with hungry rookies, the front office is essentially forcing a perform or leave culture that had gone a bit stale in recent years. This internal competition is healthy, but it creates a volatile locker room where experience is being traded for raw, cheap potential. Then you look at the potential 1,000-yard rusher signing. This is the win now element. While the defense is getting younger and more aggressive, the offense is looking for stability. A veteran back provides a floor for the run game that ensures Kenneth Walker doesn't have to carry the entire burden alone. This strategy suggests the Seahawks aren't just rebuilding. They are retooling on the fly to stay competitive in a brutal division. If the rookies successfully push out the expensive veterans, and the front office secures Witherspoon's future while adding veteran offensive firepower, Seattle is positioning itself for a massive leap. This is a delicate balancing act between the future and the present that will define the Macdonald era in Seattle. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and the moves happening right now in Seattle are the kind of decisions that separate the contenders from the pretenders. Whether it is locking down a superstar like Devon Witherspoon for the long haul, making the tough calls to cut ties with veterans in favor of rookie speed, or bringing in a 1,000-yard rusher to dominate the ground game, the Seahawks are sending a clear message to the rest of the NFL: we are coming for that top spot. This is the kind of aggressive roster building that turns a good team into a dynasty, and you can feel the energy shifting throughout the entire city. If you are a true member of the 12th man, and you believe this new era is going to lead us back to the Super Bowl, you need to stay locked into this channel for every single update. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and tell me in the comments. Are you riding with the rookies or the vets? This is not just another season in Seattle. This is the start of something legendary. Go Hawks!